Well, you've already touched on a number of values around any kind of voting system, and as you know, as you just said, there's an opportunity for us to kind of go back to what those first principles are about electoral systems, and one of those will have to deal with the vast size of our province, the geography, the many different communities, different kind of economies we have in the province. So where do you see PR fitting in with the concern that some have about how does the rural-urban divide or distinctions, and how to make sure that regional differences are ably or properly addressed in a reform?
Yeah, it's a really important question, and you know, one is we can look to systems that exist already that have a similar kind of geography. And so Denmark is an example. They have a similar population, 5 million people, and they have the difference between the rural and the urban.
Right.
And so they have the kind of mix of rural-urban system that makes sure that those regional issues are addressed. I know that the Attorney General in his report really made it clear that this was an issue that he wanted to make sure was addressed, and the three systems do touch on that. What I think is really important to note is that currently there is a diversity of voices across BC. Every community has diverse voices. There's no one community that only thinks in a certain. But all of our communities are actually bound together by the shared values that really make up BC. And I've made a point of traveling across to BC to as many communities as I can in the last several years. We all want essentially the same things. We want good outcomes for our children. We want an environment that is safe and reliable and we can rely on for clean air, clean water, good food. We want prosperity. We want connection in our community. And so these are the values that actually connect everybody in BC. And the other thing about BC is we all really love this place. I mean, you go to any community and they talk about, this is the best community in BC.
Right.
And I think for everyone who lives in a community and is connected, their community is the best community in BC. And so we can recognize that there's not a big fear that should be informing this. We should actually be excited that those diversity of voices within those shared values can be better represented by our electoral system.
Yeah.